Hello, everybody. Welcome back for StarCraft 2, and it's Gerald going up against msrm in the Bellum Gens Elite 2024. And this is a best of 5, starting us off on Site Delta. And best of 5 in this tournament means lower bracket. All of the upper bracket is best of 3. All of it. Except for, I think, winners finals and grands, which I think is like best of 7. So, strap in every time you see a best of 5 for the next, let's say, 1.5 months. It's going to be lower bracket. That means elimination territory. And msrm, one of the Bulgarian hometown heroes, is going for a gas into pool build here. Not getting his hatch ASAP. Maybe kind of trying to pretend that he's proxy hatching. Which, as far as I can see, he is not. And the drone did come out, so he's going pool first, trying to get a hatch. Has to go hatch on the third base. But he's going to have super fast Zerglings and even Zergling speed if he wants to. This could also just be a pool first into a quick lair. Go for a Nidus build. On the other side, we have Gerald going for a Nexus after his core. Because he saw that, okay, you have pretty quick gas, you have a pool. What's going on here? And is msrm going to pull off of gas? Is he gonna pull out? He's still mining that gas. This could be a mind game. Because if you're mining gas, your opponent is like, okay, this guy's gonna be aggressive AF. But as soon as the Lings and the Queen spawn, you can't confirm anymore. So now he could pull off of gas and just do nothing with it. That is a loss of 70 gas. But he's not doing that. He's going up to 100. He's not making a second Queen. This is going to be a fast lair in it. Yes, it is. 4 gas late, but that's fine. And the drones are moving towards the natural. Look at that. Already one adept staying at home. Because this speed is going to be super fast. The probe is coming at... Oh no, the probe is going to see it. The probe sees the lair. Probably also saw that there was still gas being mined. Lots of Lings are being built. And I think this is 100% going to be a Nidus attack. Not because I have done that before, but I've definitely done it before. It could still be something else. It could be like a Hydra Den into a Lurker thing. But I would be very surprised to see anything else. There is a lot of speedlings here. Is there any tech here? Yes, there is tech, and it's a Stargate with a Void Ray. There's 2 Overlords over here. This game is going to get very rough very fast when these Overlords die. They're moving over. They're going to be Dropper Lords. Right, okay, it's a double Dropper Lord. That's why the double Overlords were over here. That is starting to make sense. We see a Hydra Den to follow up. Suddenly starting to like this position for msrm. Make a couple drones behind it. But the double Speedling drop here is going to be met with a double Adept Overlord response. Or a Void Ray response. And that does not make it or easy to get any damage done. Even loses the first Dropper Lord. Gets a little damage on the Adept. But does not get like the gotcha moment into a bunch of damage. Hasn't even killed a probe yet. Kills one probe. Probably not enough damage, but this is a cheeky cheese move. This msrm guy. I'm glad I chose to watch his games because he's a cheesy bastard and I respect that. Going for a third hatch, going for super fast Hydralisks. But has no spores as of yet. Could actually lose a bunch of drones here if the Queens do not group up at the right base. He knows there's a Stargate, but he's not respecting it. Maybe hoping that his Hydras are out fast enough, but they are not. And the Oracle comes in, and this is even more devastating when you are playing a fast lair style, because your drone count is just so low. Look at that. 8 kills on this Oracle. I mean, if you now continue to make drones, you are just signing your own death warrant. There's just nothing happening here. I think you just need to make infinite Hydras and attack. There's even a Void Ray here. Is it just gonna click down like a drone and go back home? This game is so... Well, I want to say over, but msrm is still in this game. Maybe he sees light at the end of the tunnel that we cannot see, our uneducated eyes. 4 Adepts get into the base as well. These Hydras try to take down the Oracle, or the Void Ray, but Adepts are very good at taking down low amounts of Hydras. They do bonus damage onto the light units, and look at this Hydra. Hugs the Adepts. Oh, doesn't get target fire down right away. So a couple drones are going to die. Now the Adepts are going to get taken down, but 27 drones. 7, 8 more drones. More Oracles show up, like msrm is looking like a diamond player right now. Because Gerald is just slamming him down. Gerald at 3 bases, whereas msrm is barely saturating 2. Actually not saturating 2. Has 20 drones. Is now running across the map with a couple Hydras and Lings. He's not going to be happy to see that he can't even fight these 2 Oracles, let alone all of these Void Ray or Stalkers. Jesus, what a slap down here in game number 1. Not even close. All of msrm's units are dead. He has no economy. He's making a couple more Hydras. Moving across the map. And GG's out here for game number 1. Where Gerald just completely destroys him. And for game number 2, we load up into Goldenaura. Gerald going for a super fast drone scout this time around. He's like, oh, okay. This msrm guy is kind of cheesy. And that drone is already running across the map. Oh, baby. Is he looking towards the gold? Or is he looking towards the 4th or the 3rd? He's going for a proxy hatch. And before that commences, be sure that you are subscribed to the channel, like the video if you want to see more StarCraft 2. Thank you very much. msrm. Going for a proxy hatch here. Where is he going to proxy? Is he going to proxy on the low ground, or is he going to proxy very close to his opponent, where he will probably get scouted out pretty fast? And this side gets scouted earlier than this, I feel like, because of the gold base. The drone is moving in. It's not one of those 12 pools where you then put the hatch in the wall. No, no, no. He's actually going pool before gas. Oh my. Or the pool before the hatch is what I want to say. And he puts the hatch away from the minerals, slightly closer to his opponent. Is this going to be the Speedling Spinecrawler rush? Because I think this is enough creep where you can actually put it onto the wall. If you build it over here, the spines can't really get far enough. Gerald finds the hatchery, shows to msrm that he has found it. I mean, this probe already knows what's up. The core is going down. Are we going to see a forge response, or are we going to see a second gateway and shield battery response? There is already a Zealot coming out. Zealot is going to start slicing and dicing, and yes, there is a forge response. Personally think that response is slightly more solid, although you have to know how to follow that up, because 2 gates feels better as the Protoss, because you'll have a bunch more units, and you don't have to commit into any cannonry. And here is the first drone showing himself to the Zealot. He's like, yo, Zealot, try attacking me for a change. Pick somebody your own size, because Atri is a little bigger. 2 more drones come in, and yes, this is that Spinecrawler Rush version. And the Lings come in. Don't get the surround on that Zealot. It's a little sad. But we do get the spines built up here. First one's already going down. And the third one now also gets built. We have 2 queens underway. Speed is underway. 15 drones at home. And it's just going to be Zergling, Zergling, Zergling from here on out. You don't want to cancel this spine, but it might happen. Let's see how Gerald deals with a double cannon. So msrm, like, you could transition out of this by just killing the wall and then get a natural and drone. But, oh my god, he's just full sending it. Sends in all of the links that he has, roots up the spines, puts him into the front. We even have a force field from the sentry. All of the lings have already died, done their damage, and mostly just tanked some damage. This first spine crawler is going to go down. The super battery does fire up, keeps the cannon alive, and now the last spine crawler is going to get taken down. 20 more lings are underway, but I do not agree with what we just saw. Oh my god, msrm just hoping that Gerald is under defending and that if he sends it right away, he can actually get some value, but like all he can do is like drone up behind this. Like, what do you do? I don't know what you can do. He's making a lot of lings as well. What are you trying to do? Just do nothing. Just do nothing. I think that he should have put the spines over here, attack all the buildings, probably get the kill on the cybercore before warp gate finishes, and then you kill the gate, maybe even the forge, and then you run in with like 40 lings into his base. And you probably get force field at least once, but as soon as those are over, you get into the main base, there's no cannons there, and maybe you can get something done. And then you still drone behind it. Now we see the natural going down for msrm, but I mean, Gerald just had such an early scout. There is no roaches here. That could... I think that's a slightly better... matchup versus the cannons. Because then you can use the corrosive biles to hit the cannons. And then if you send the drones, you could even, like, fake it. Like, you have the drones here. And then he's like, okay, it's 100% the spines. And then you just start mining these two patches. And you can make, like, one spine. Because that's kind of okay. Oh no, here comes the Oracle. It's gonna kill like 8 drones, and msrm knows it. Goes for the G to the G, which is a true combo to a failed proxy hatch, and Gerald just goes up in this match 2-0. It's a best of 5, but it's not looking good. Game number 3. Gerald against msrm. Loaded up into Alcyone as we... And Gerald is doing that early scout once again. msrm going for a 15 hatch, which is actually going to get the hatch before the scout, I think. Oh, that feels good. That feels good. Getting the hatchery. Look at that. Actually gets his hatchery. Gate first here for Gerald. And msrm double extract a trick into the Overlord. Is he going to... double extract a trick? Or is he just gonna wait it out? Probably just builds a pool. And we have an actual game as of now. No proxy hatch, sadly. Although, I mean, Gerald is scouting for it. So your success rate just goes way down as soon as your opponent scouts. Unbelievable. Scouting Protoss, how dare you. I used to play lots of team games with my friends, and at some point you're good enough with all the races that you kind of just want to play random, or at least I wanted to play a lot of random, because like the skill between our friends wasn't like exactly the same. So like the worst player of the party would play the same race, like his main race, and then the best player of the party would usually just random, because it's a little bit more fun. You don't have to try as hard. And you can do some funky builds. I'm a big proponent of the mass Widow Mine, especially when the armory still gives you invisibility, or even without the armory. Just running in with like 20 plus Widow Mines. It scales very well into the late game of team games as well, because carriers get absolutely demolished by like 40 Widow Mines running underneath. And you can transition pretty well into Thor Widow Mine. Think about it. It's a team game exclusive, but it's very fun. Now, msrm, what are you going to do that is very fun? He has 100 gas. He can start up a lair or speed. He starts up speed and double queen. And is just droning right now. Playing the straight up game. We have another Stargate from Gerald. And are we going to see a Void Ray first build here? A bit of an old style, but it's very, very safe. If you just get a Void Ray right away, it helps you against Nidus Worm stuff, helps you against any type of Roach stuff, and it even helps you against like Queen Walks with Ravager stuff. Like, sure, you don't get any drone kills, which, I mean, msrm has shown that your Oracle is super value, and Gerald is going for the Oracle here, because msrm has not made a Spore Crawler in this game, well, except for trying to not lose his drone, I think. Bunch more drones are coming out. We see a lair being built. We see 2 extra gases being taken. Is this going to be a Hydra rush? Like, we saw Fjant do that against Clem in the previous cast, but he was a little bit more sneaky with it. I mean, there could still be a sneaky Hydralisk then, but... Oh my god, there's only 2 Lings on the map. Double Adept running across, and the first Lings almost die right away. The Queens are trying to take down these Adepts. The Adepts identify there's not enough Lings, and they start hammering the drones. And the moment you look away, the Oracle gets into the main base. More drones die. That's 9 drones out of a 2-base economy. Fast lair with fast gases. That means the Zerg economy is in the gutter. We see the Hydralisk Den once again. We see the hatchery for a 3rd base. And this looks a lot like what msrm tried to do in game number 2. There's another Oracle, and another couple of Graves ready for these drones. msrm just taking too big of a risk here. Kills 7 more drones, 8 in total. I don't even know where one of them died. But, I mean, he just refuses to make spores. Attacks his hatchery in frustration. Finds a 3rd base that just makes a shield battery preemptively. Like, this Zerg player, like, I love my low econ Zerg players, but it looks so bad when you get caught with your pants down. You get caught greeting it up, not making a spore or enough queens against these oracles. Another kill. 7 kills on that oracle, 7 kills on the other oracle. Another one flies in. More drones go down. He does have 40 drones. Well, 39 compared to 38. Compared to the 20 of game number 1. And we see Muscular Augments, which is the Hydralisk movement speed being upgraded, but there's already Stalkers on the map. We see Blink coming up, +1 even starting up. Gerald does not feel threatened in this game at all. And a bunch of Hydralisks are coming out, and it's a Hydralink push. Even +1 or a Hydra range is coming out here. And is he just going to be making Ling Hydra up until this upgrade almost finishes and then pushing out? Most likely, but the Stalkers are here to poke a little fun at this Zerg base. Where's your drones, buddy? Where are your drones at? And a little Stalker pressure. It doesn't have Blink just yet. msrm might get a kill on 1 Stalker before the Blink finishes. Grooved Spines is about to finish, so we're gonna see that Hydra range come in. No more drone kills as of yet. But what is the plan, msrm? Here comes another Oracle. The Queens are pulled to do something. And more drones are going to go down. 7 drones, and I think the final fight is about to commence. A lot of cannons being committed here by Gerald as well. msrm tries to circumvent all of this defensive resource by going into the natural. Gets a click on the Oracle, but just doesn't have enough stuff here. Lots of units still running across the map, but the +1 isn't even done. Just the Blink Stalkers here are enough to stop this attack from msrm doing like anything. It's just waves onto the rocks. And Gerald is a giant wall of stone, and the little ripples of the sea of msrm are not going to do anything at all to this Protoss player. That's a 3-0. GG, good luck in the rest of the tournament. Gerald takes the cleanest of 3-0s, and that's round 1 of a tournament for you. Sometimes it's just a mismatch. I hope you guys enjoyed that. That was a shellacking. And I hope that I'll see you in the next one. When we're past the round 1s of the world, we're going to see some more competitive matches. So please, do stay tuned for those. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.